morning, ladies and gentlemen. I welcome you to this live broadcast on Alliance in Motion Global. My name is Masagana Sethaimkwei. I am an entrepreneur with Alliance in Motion Global. In this presentation, I'm going to speak about active income versus passive income. Active income refers to income that is earned by doing something in order for you to get those earnings. It means that you must be actively involved or participate in an activity in order to earn. In other words, you must be hands-on. That means that you must exert some kind of energy or effort or spend some time in doing an activity in order for you to get paid. Passive income, on the other hand, refers to regular income that is earned with little or no effort required to keep the income coming, meaning that you do not need to be actively involved in an activity in order to earn the income. You are therefore hands off when it comes to passive income, and you are not required to exert much effort or to spend much time on an activity in order for you to earn money. So by brief introduction, this is what active income means, and this is what passive income also means. Now let's visit Mr. Robert Kiyosaki's cash flow quadrant to know which side is active and which side is passive. According to Mr. Kiyosaki, there are 4 types of people in the business world. He said there are employees, there are self-employed or small business owners or specialists, and there are big business owners, and also there are investors in the business world. Employees have a job, but they have been employed by somebody to work on their behalf. Therefore, they must always report to work, and they must do the activity that they have been employed to do in order to get paid. If they stop going to work, they will stop earning. If they are absent from work, the earnings for those days are usually deducted from their salaries, and if it continues, they can even be sacked from their employment. So employees are hands-on. Always report to work. Always you must do the work you have been employed for in order for you to get paid. So employees are active income earners. Now small business owners, specialists or self-employed, they are people who have small shops. They do not want to work as an employee for anybody. They want to work for themselves, but they usually don't have too much money, so they start something very, very small. They must always be present at the workplace. In other words, they must always go and open up their shop so that they can do business with people. If they close the shop and nobody can come into the shop to do business with them, most of the time they will also not earn. So small business owners are also active income earners because they must always be present to open their shop, to do business with others in order to earn money. Now there's also specialists. Specialists like doctors, nurses, accountants, lawyers. They have been licensed, and they cannot rent out their license for another person to work on their behalf. So if you are a doctor, you must attend to patients. You can't let your son go and attend to patients if he is not a medical doctor, because he cannot use your license to work. So you realize that for specialists, they must also do the work themselves. If the work must be done, it must be done by them, because they have the license to do that work by themselves. So they are also active income earners because they must do the work in order to get paid. Then we also have self-employed like barbers, tailors, carpenters, plumbers, and the others. For them, sometimes they have people they are working with as a means of training those people to also become like them. But they are the masters of the job. And so if the work must be done well, then it must be done by them. Or they must be there present to supervise the work being done to ensure that it is done very well. So they are also active because they must either do the work themselves or they must be there to supervise it. So especially self-employed and small business owners also are active income earners because they must always be involved in order for the work to be done, in order for them to earn. And because they are active, they cannot work beyond 24 hours every day because everybody has at his individual disposal 24 hours a day. And so they cannot work more than 24 hours a day. So their income in the active income is always limited to less than 24 hours a day because, of course, as a human being, you will need some time to rest. So you cannot work 24 hours. So your income is limited to a rate times not more than 24 hours a day. So your income potential is limited if you are in the active income earning zone. So if you are an employee, especially self-employed or small business owner, you earn active, but you are limited. So to a large extent, this is also the region of the poor. The poorest people in the world, apart from those who are unemployed and not working at all, are employees, followed by especially small business owners and self-employed. Now when you transition to the right, we come to the big business owners. They have a system. They usually don't want to do the work themselves, but they create a system. Then they employ employees and some specialists to come and operate the system on their behalf. So they don't have to be actively involved because they have people running the system, making money for them. So let's say somebody here has 100 employees in their big business. Each of them work 8 hours a day. It means in a day, the work in his business is 800 hours. Because he is the business owner and he has employed the people to do this work, this 800 is actually hours enjoyed by him. These 800 belong to the big business owners, meaning that whilst those in this zone cannot enjoy more than 24 hours of income a day, the people here, by having people working under them and creating a lot of work hours, they are actually enjoying more than 24 hours of work a day. And the research has shown that to become rich, you must enjoy more than 24 hours of work every day. You must have a system that will give you many hours of work every day in order for you to be rich. And that is what the big business owners enjoy. So they make a lot of money through the people they have employed by what we call the power of leverage. They leverage, meaning they multiply themselves in all the people working for them, so that as the people are working, they are actually earning the income. Because the income that comes from 800 hours of work will belong to the owner of the business. Then at the end of the month, he will compensate them by giving them what is called salary. Now, as the people continue to work and making a lot of money for them, it gets to a point they have excess income and they have no other choice than to now become investors. So they now invest the other excess money in other business ventures. So the rich people, you realize that all the time they are opening up new businesses. Why? Because they make so much money, they have no other option than to keep investing, and they keep becoming richer and richer and richer and richer. So if you want to become rich, then you must be in the passive income, have a big business, and become an investor. Then you can become rich. Now let's bring Alliance in Motion Global into the picture. Traditionally, to start a big business, you need a lot of money, millions of dollars, because you will need to get land, get a building or an office. You need to renovate it. You need to furnish it, buy equipment. You need to employ people to work for you. You have to take care of light bill, water bill, telephone bills, and many other bills. You need to pay, you need to obtain licenses, and you need to do a lot of registrations with government agencies. So it's very expensive to go into traditional big business. But in Alliance in Motion Global, you can still run your own big business, but you will need less than $300 to start, and with hard work and patience, in a few years, you can let this 300 with hard work and patience build it to become a very big business that will make you a lot of money. Because when you join AIM Global, we expect you to talk to people. Let them also join, talk to other people to join. They should also talk to people to join. And everybody will talk to people to come and join. It will get to a time you are going to have a lot of people under your business. All these people will now come under your business that you started with less than $300. Anything they do, you have share in it. So they get other people to join, you have shares in it. They buy products of the company and sell, you have shares in it. And as your numbers increase under your team, because everybody who joins is bringing other people to join, eventually you are going to have a lot of people under you. You are going to start enjoying the power of leverage here, because if you have 1,000 people under you and each of them is working just 2 hours every day, it means you are enjoying 2,000 hours of work, 2,000 hours of work every day, because the 2,000 that the people under your network will do, you have a lot of shares in it. That is how you also run your big business, but starting with very little capital to build it to become a big business where you will also enjoy a lot of income through the power of leverage. Then it will get to a point you meet all your needs. You have houses, you have cars, you have whatever you want to get, but your potential in Alliance can go up to more than $4,000 a day for the rest of your life. So every day, if more than $4,000 is coming to you, very soon you have so much excess, you will now become an investor. You will now start investing in other businesses, investing in other things that will bring you money, such that now, as an investor, you will invest your money, the money will work for you, then at the end of the day, you go and collect your profit, your interest, or your earnings from your investment. This is the good news of Alliance in Motion Global. With a little income, we can help you to become a big business owner and a big-time investor, and very soon you will count among the richest people in your country, because the richest people in any country are business owners or investors. No employee, no self-employed, no specialist, no small business owner ever become the richest people in their countries. So this is the wonderful world of Alliance in Motion Global, and you are welcome to this wonderful world where we turn ordinary people through this simple system I have shown you to become extraordinary multi-millionaires. So join us today, join us now. We are the best choice for you. Join us so you don't have regrets later on in life. Thank you very much for your time, and thank you for watching. Happy Business Day.